Buying a house right now might seem like a bad idea, but is all the noise online about real estate crashing actually true? Yes, but it's not what you think. Across BC, housing sales have slumped. In February 2025, sales volume across the province was down about 10%. We also saw this in Greater Vancouver, where sales were down 11.3% compared to the same time last spring. Fraser Valley has a very stark decrease in sales activity of 27% decline. Same goes with Greater Toronto. Sales fell 23% in March, while more supply hit the market. 29% more supply, 23% fewer sales. This was the worst March on record in Greater Toronto, the worst in over 20 years, worse than the 2008 financial crisis. So we're seeing rising inventory and slumping sales. But that's definitely not the case here in Victoria. Victoria, however, is proving its relative resilience compared to the other major Canadian markets. Residential sales were essentially flat year over year in March with 574 sales. That's still about 25% below our 10-year March average of 767. So we're below, for detached homes, we're below 33%, our 10-year average. Townhomes down 18% and condos down 16% for sales volumes. Typically in March, we see a rapid increase in sales activity as we build up to the peak spring market in April and May. But there's a lot of apprehension out there from prospective buyers that will continue amidst this unfortunate trade war, but it may be somewhat tempered by lower interest rates on the horizon. How about prices? Across the province, prices in February were down 1.8%, yet the median sale price in Victoria in March was up 5% for detached homes, was a flat 0.5% for condos and townhomes. So basically in Victoria, we have homes going up slightly in price, fewer homes are being bought, and more homes are coming on the market. Is it a crash? No, it's not a crash. Residential is a market that just keeps on going. Right now, it's all about interest rates being higher because fewer people are buying, and in a lot of cases, it's cheaper to rent. The current median price for a detached home in Greater Victoria, $1.2 million, while condo will set you back $562,000. Many people purchased in the peak market about 5 years ago in 2020, 2021, and now we're entering a time where those 5-year cheap money mortgages at 2% are coming up for renewal at 4%. There's approximately $200 billion in mortgages from the big banks coming up for renewal across the country between May 1st and October 31st. So we could see a rise in new listings in Victoria. We're currently sitting around 2,350 active residential listings. That's the most inventory we've had in March since 2015. However, our months of inventory indicator showing a weakening trend is still reflecting conditions favorable to sellers. So that shows that we have quite a bit of room to handle a lot more inventory before market conditions begin to shift towards being more of a buyer's market. So you might be thinking maybe buying a house isn't the smartest thing to do right now. Maybe it's not an affordable choice for you. Interest rates are at 4%, property taxes are going up, insurance is going up, cost of everything's going up. But none of this really matters as long as you can know what you can afford and go out and find a deal. You can't time the market. You're not going to know when it's bottom until it's too late.